my point of view is I don't place myself as more important than the other species, and so therefore they get to exist just because, not because they're good for me. Because I think that the implied danger, or the stated danger that he's talking about, is something that we should assume about all. Like, when we eliminate wolves, we create a catastrophe in the ecosystem. We don't know that before we do it, and then we do it. So maybe it'd be an easier thing to say, I'm going to assume that that thing has an importance to the world because it exists. It's been time tested through evolution, and if it's still here, having said that, there are some extreme examples of things that might put themselves to extinction, like panda bears who are so exclusive in their eating habits and so slow in their reproductive habits that it might just be a catastrophe waiting to happen. There's a phenomenon like the increase in tuskless elephants being born in Africa, and the shrinking of the African lion because of all the giant males being trophy hunted. This is the type of thing that makes my head explode. And so, like, some of the things that I thought you were going to ask me, I own my artistic self. I'm not a pretend scientist. I'm not something else. I own my artistic self. But I am more comfortable in reading science criticism, in environmental things, in what is happening in the world, than, and I know this is going to make me sound arrogant, but do I even care what the art criticism of the day is? I think I was schooled in the history. I got my favorites down, which is almost like very strongly prehistoric art. Like that is what I love the most. The rawness, the honesty, the simplicity. I could go into a swoon over the gesture drawing, and if you look at cave art, what is it but gesture drawings that are just right on the money. So those ideas of kind of our arrogant treatment of the world is something. My struggle is that I'm part of that world that is destroying the world, and so now what do I do about it? I feel like there are certain characters, and one strong influence to my art that started with a question when I was a student and then built into a healthy relationship with Philip Stoddard, who's the mayor of South Miami. And he's always 5 steps ahead of anybody I know who's thinking they're doing good in the environment. He's trying to go completely off the grid this week, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so behind. I have to run to catch up. Having said that, when I was 19 years old and dating my husband, that I still have, I basically grilled him that he had the same strong views on zero population growth I did, and so the maximum children we would ever have is the 2 for 2, and I didn't want to hear any other story ever. And so I felt pretty strongly about the fact that we had to be caretakers of our earth. I think of myself as a creature of this earth. That is who I am.